time, Juggernaut!
Spider sense is tingling.
Hello and welcome to Perry Pencil. To all newcomers, subscribe now and be alerted whenever I upload a new video. Hello everyone, I'm Perry Pencil and welcome back to another video. For this video, I'm going to be doing a Batman redo. But before I get started, I have a story to tell. This young fella here is my youngest son, Patrick. Let me explain why his facial expression is anger. So he comes in my bedroom and says, "Hey, Dad." I was like, "Yeah, son, what's up?" Then he says, "I was on your YouTube channel drawing Batman, and guess what happened?" I'm like, "What happened?" "Why are you so angry, son?" He says, "I'm angry because your YouTube video shows you starting to draw Batman, then just cuts to the end of the video." My response was, "You clicked something to make that happen." So I take the remote and start the video from the beginning, and it happened just as he said it did. He goes, "See, Dad, I told you, and it's wrong, Dad." I was like, Okay, son." His expression goes from anger to sadness.
Not nice, Daddy.
I saw the look on his face,
Not nice.
and I asked myself, how can I say no to this face? He is my biggest fan. He watches all of my videos. Patrick, thanks for jumping on me about this mistake and having me redo Batman. Let's begin. Alright everyone, it feels great to be back at the drawing board. Once again, it's been a while for me, so I'm so excited. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I got my paper here already. And the first thing I'm going to do is start out with some perimeter lines. When I do this, as I often stated in many of my other videos, is that you want to have a limit to the top and bottom portion of your paper. You don't want anything going off the edge of the paper. I know some people may not make that mistake, but then some may. So I divided the page in half, as you can see here, left to right. I'm gonna go ahead and draw an oval shape in. And if you're following me, just try to do the best you can. If you notice, I'm trying to cover the upper portion of the page here, where you want the oval to be big enough to be in the space, because it's a bust size drawing. You only see up to about the upper chest. Now I went on ahead and did an oval shape that is horizontal, not vertical, but horizontal. Okay, so that's underneath the chin, and that's for the base of where the shoulder is going to be. I went on ahead and put some temple lines in, as I always do. What that does is it gives you an understanding where the edge of the eyebrows are going to go. Now I went ahead and I'm sketching the outer perimeter or outline, if you will, of the bat cowl, which is the mask of Batman. And what I like to pretend to do is act like I'm actually putting the headpiece on Bruce's head. So what you want to do is create some bat ears here. And then I'll try to apply the same thing on the left side. If you notice, I'm trying to look and take my time and match here what's on the right side, so that my brain is doing the best it can to match like the mirror image on the right to the left. Then go on ahead and then cover the top. If you notice, I use the lines here to guide the circle or arc of the top of Bruce's cowl, or Batman's cowl. Now overall, everything is looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and put lines for the eyes in and the nose only. Now notice, as I said before, I have temple lines here in place that you can kind of use as a guide, and this helps you break the front of the face meets the side of the face, so it doesn't look flat and like a complete, how can I put a complete flat drawing, but you want to put some dimension on it and make it look a little three-dimensional going back into space. Now, I went on ahead and put the nose brow in here, and I used the triangular shape. Once you do that, I went on ahead and I did 2 arcs here underneath the top part of the brow so that I can go ahead and put his eyes in. Now, his eyes are cartoony, kind of like the Batman the Animated Series, and I kind of have him like squinting. Like, I like for this drawing for him to look focused, like he's looking far away. Maybe he's looking at Deadshot on another roof or something. But if you notice, like certain characters like Deadpool, Batman, Spider-Man, you can kind of play around with the widening of the eyes without an iris, or it doesn't have a humanistic look to it. So you can kind of play around with it for facial expression. Now, jump right on ahead, and as you notice, I went on ahead and tapered the bottom part to make the nose almost like an open book that's face down. Then you want to go on ahead and put 2 lines on the left and right side of the head, or the cowl rather, and come on down, but not completely, because you don't want to cut it off. Now, for the top part, Batman is usually focused, so I think that's the reason most artists make the cowl, or even movies and things like that, have him with the frown already, because we want to give the look that Bruce or Batman underneath that cowl is, or Bruce underneath that cowl rather, is not playing games. He's focused, he's a detective, he's here to get his business done, basically. Now overall, we can go ahead and jump down and put his mouth in place. But before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and put some cheekbones in on the cowl, adding more features to the mask. Now, I'm gonna go on ahead and play with the jaw portion, or draw the jaw portion of the cowl. And you want to make it look like Bruce is actually wearing a bat mask or a cowl. That way you can get the jawline structure in. And just to point out what I'm doing here is, if you notice, I'm going over various lines multiple times to darken it, to get a little bit more depth to it. Now we can go ahead and put his mouth in. If you notice, I went on ahead and measured out based on the nose as a triangular shape, and the mouth makes the bottom of the triangle shape. If you notice, if you match the corners of his mouth up to the top of where the frown is, right in between his eyes, you can get almost a complete triangle shape. And then just drop a line right underneath his lips. Now I'm following the contour of the jaw, and what this indicates is that Bruce actually has a mask on. And when you put that complete line underneath his chin and around the jawline, it makes the mask protrude forward. Then after that, I went on ahead and dropped in the sternomastoids from left to right, and all that is just a muscle that makes your head turn left and right, down and up, or 360 rotation. Now, I'm coming to an end here, and I appreciate everyone for stopping by. It's been a while since I did my last drawing, and this redo, thanks to Patrick, I'm going to mention you here. Thanks, son, for reminding me of that huge mistake that I would never have caught had I not gone and reviewed the video. But because you reviewed it, I can go ahead and now correct this and redo it completely. So I really thank you for that one. So as I'm coming to a close, if you notice here, I did kind of like what I call an umbrella effect on the back cowl. All it is just a shape of an umbrella that rests on Bruce's shoulders. So when he puts the headpiece on, or like Michael Keaton's version, 1989 Batman, that's kind of what they were going for. He cannot rotate his head left and right, so it's fixed on his shoulders, and it connects to the cape underneath that with the bat symbol right underneath that. But I'm not doing a bat symbol today because it's a different drawing. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up, and let me know what you guys thought. And it's great to be back. And once I finish erasing this, I'm going to time lapse in, and I'll see you the next drawing, or the next step-by-step drawing. Take care. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this How to Draw Batman redo. Do any of you remember this first How to Draw Batman video before I pulled it down off of YouTube? Do you like the new format for this channel? Leave a comment in the comment section. Subscribe if you're new to this channel and want to know when my next video uploads. My next redo video is going to be Spawn. Apparently, I pissed off enough people on YouTube and got enough complaints that I ended up pulling it down. Learn why that video needed to be pulled down and redone in the first place. Until next time, take care.